By now, I'm sure you've heard of Hat Atelier, a newly airing anime depicting a world steeped in magic, where only those born as witches are able to wield this magical power. At the heart of Witch Hat is a young girl called Coco, who goes about her days wide-eyed with wonder, absolutely enamored by magic and wishing she was born a witch. This show feels magical in many regards. We have its breathtaking visuals, the art itself being both detailed and crisp. Pause in any frame and I'm sure you'll see something beautiful. Whether that be the gentle charm of Coco's character design, the elegance of Keyfree's, or the unsettling allure of the underground witch. But it's not just the art that's magical, but the animation too. Consistently fantastic for both mundane things like a deer being startled by a glowing pond, as well as large exhilarating action sequences like Coco chasing a flying sheet or Keyfree saving her from the consequences of forbidden magic. There's also the show's framing, the landscapes and events unfolding like pages of a pop-up storybook, a charming way of making the story feel like a fantastical fairy tale. The music too reinforcing a fantastical tone. But when I watched the first episode of Hat Atelier, one thing in particular stood out to me far more than the art or animation, the music or the story, or even the characters, despite how charming they were. What stood out to me in Witch Hat's first episode was something quieter, something more human. The way the show so beautifully captured genuine moments of emotional expression. The first expression we have is wonder. Coco, chasing down one of her wind-blown sheets, is caught off guard by a flying Pegasus carriage landing by her house. We follow Coco's entire perception of this carriage's arrival. It begins with a blurry frame, distant and silhouetted by the sky, then a close-up of her eyes filled with wonder glowing in the sunlight. The scene then breathes outward again, with a wide shot of the carriage flying in the sky gracefully, ethereally, then straight back to Coco, eyes tracking the carriage with an all-consuming wonder. This wonder climaxing in the final wide shot, with the carriage landing as Coco chases after it, her wonder-filled eyes not looking away for even a second. It's a beautiful portrayal of the expression of wonder that induces a feeling of wonder in even the viewer. Next, we have excitement, portrayed in two similar scenes that take place very far apart in Coco's life. The first of these is the first time she sees a witch casting magic. Coco excitedly jumping in place as the sparks of magic light up the ground around her, then tightly holding her book and wand as she excitedly tells her mother about the magic she just saw. Then much later in her life, the same excited feeling is portrayed once more. Coco alone in her room casting magic for the first time, her eyes absolutely glowing as she once again excitedly jumps in place like she did all those years ago. But now the excitement is more overflowing. She runs everywhere, touches everything she can, her bed, her table, her pillow, her chair. Everything around her becomes part of the moment. It's an incredibly genuine portrayal of excitement. Then comes desperation. Coco, having cast forbidden magic, has cursed her mother to be frozen in a glowing crystal, while she herself was saved by Keyfree as the two float in the sky, looking down at the calamity she caused. But in this moment, Coco isn't sad or angry or resigned to the fate of her mother. What Coco is in the moments following her mother's petrification is unbelievably desperate, and we see this portrayed through her absolutely wailing on Keyfree. It's no half-hearted child's attempt, but a frantic, desperate attempt to break free and save her mother right in this moment, to fix what she had just broken. Even after falling to the ground, there's no scream, no fear, and the second Keyfree stops her fall, she desperately runs to her mother, hand outreached, tears flowing everywhere. It's one of the most effectively visceral portrayals of desperation that I've ever seen. Now finally, we have the emotion that I think was portrayed the best in Witch Hat's first episode, and that emotion is disappointment. After Coco receives a wand from a real-life witch who cast a spell to make the path glow beneath her feet, Coco tells her mother that when she grows up, she's going to become a witch that makes the world they live in more beautiful, more vibrant. Her mother naturally tells her that this dream is impossible. After all, in this world, only those born with magical powers are able to become witches. But Coco isn't shaken by her mother's words one bit. Instead, she lights up again excitedly, telling her mother to look at her very feet. The ground is shining every time she takes a step, proof within Coco's eyes that something within her must be special. Maybe she does indeed have the potential to one day become a witch. In response, her mother tells her that if the ground keeps shining all the way home, then perhaps indeed her dream may come true. It's a small task for sure, but to Coco, it's her whole world in that moment. But alas, we then cut to Coco in the dead of night, tears in her eyes and light nowhere to be seen, as she walks slowly, disappointedly back home. It's not as though her hopes and dreams all shattered at once, but something even sadder sadder, they gradually, disappointedly faded away with time. It's an incredibly, effectively sad, wonderful portrayal of the feeling of disappointment, a feeling that lingers even after the scene has gone and finished. So yeah, the first 2 episodes of Witch Hat Atelier were wonderful. The best portrayal of genuine emotion that I've ever seen, and I'm very much looking forward to what the next 11 weeks have to offer. Anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe right now, and see you next time.